Hi there, welcome to the Fancy Farm. We're sitting in our cozy little corner of our fifth wheel, trying to warm our cold feet by the wood stove, and we thought we'd take a minute, let you guys know how things are going and where we're at on the farm right now.
Yeah, a little update around here.
So what's new?
Well, you guys know about the hot water, and that is going very well. We all had showers again, and
Yeah.
I
smell quite a bit better.
No, it's doing really good. We had a couple of times where our lines froze up, but we've got this really cool little heater that we set on, or a little fan that we set on our stove, and that has kind of pretty much solved our problems.
Part of the problem we have with this trailer is the stove creates a lot of heat. But it doesn't seem to get the floor. The floor is so cold. And so we got this heat activated fan that we put on the stove, and we kind of point it down in that direction now, and it moves the heat amazingly. That little fan, the way that one fan moves the heat is pretty crazy.
It is awesome.
And it makes a big difference. Our pipes have not frozen since. Nope. Not at all. Not once. So
yeah,
that's been nice.
Yeah, super nice.
We made some changes in our livestock.
Yes.
We sold some sheep and our goats.
Yeah. It was really sad. It was hard to let go of the goats. But it's just a decision that we've made. I didn't like how mean the goats were to the sheep.
Yeah, a lot of...
We were always, whenever we were out there, they were beating on the sheep all the time. Just headbutting right in the bellies too, which they're bred. So, anyways, it was just...
a lot of dominance issues over the hay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the other thing it was costing us quite a bit in hay. It was a tough year for hay here, and to be able to produce the hay for these sheep and the amount of mouths we had to feed was tough. And so we decided to we kept some breeding stock.
Yep.
And all right, so we're back. We had to take a little break and turn down the movie in the background. The kids are watching the movie right now, and it was a little bit noisy. You're starting to get a good soundtrack there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back on track. We decided to sell some sheep and goats. So how many sheep did we sell?
We sold 7 sheep and 3 goats.
We kept the best one. We kept the 2 large ewes we had. One of which was the mama to Moses and Bambi.
And we have them.
We still kept them. We kept them. So we have the 2 mama ewes.
Yep. We
got Moses, Bambi. We have 2 rams, which we're actually going to be eating. So we kept them to eat. So we're going to be down to the 4 sheep, and then we kept all our cows. So we can easily sustain that through the winter, no problem. We decided, we're trying to live out here, be debt-free. We've had this dream of having a productive farm and selling produce off our farm and stuff like that, product. And it's been a tough go. And the more it takes years to build that up, to where you can sell your sheep. That's a 2-year process. Or to where you can grow produce and sell. It takes time.
And live off of that.
And live off of that, yeah. And live off the income from that. And with the amount that work, we can hardly get our barn built. Never mind run a farm. And so we decided, there's a couple factors that played into this. One is my working situation. I need to work full time for now. Number 2 is the amount of labor involved in just Drea being home and trying to take care of everything. And 3 is the state of the world right now. It's not that great. And so we decided to refocus our efforts on self-sustaining, self-sustenance. Yep. So we want to get to the point where we are growing and raising our own food and not worrying about selling anything off the farm, but growing and producing our own food, because there will come a time where we may not be able to get food, and to focus on that for our family and not be so focused about trying to generate an income.
Because also with the farming, we wanted to go in the meat direction, and we would have had to even keep increasing our herds And what we want to focus on next year, rather than the animals and increasing that, we want to focus on produce. We want to be able to grow all of our own vegetables, all of our own plants. And so that's our goal this spring.
And the other thing we'd do, we'd like to, we'd love our ducks and our chickens. We love that. There's no reason why we can't be producing our own feed for them too.
Yeah.
And so instead of having a large overhead of purchasing a lot of animals, purchasing feed, bringing the animals, and then going to the market and kind of being at the whims of the market, the up and down whims of the market, trying to make a living. This way we focus on growing our own food, so we're supporting our own animals and feeding ourselves. And
you can't get healthier than that.
And it just makes way more sense too. It does in front.
And we don't have to rely on all these feed stores and hay. There was a big hay shortage this year, and so we are having to travel hours away to get hay for our animals. So all of the stuff we want to be able to provide it ourselves. So that's our goal: self-sufficiency, like all the way to growing our feed for our animals.
Yeah. Refocus our efforts here. Get a good. The nice thing about winter is it gives us time to sit and reevaluate kind of where we've been putting our energy all summer.
Mm-hmm.
We got one of our little pups back from that litter you guys saw earlier in the year. This is Jet 2. She's a real sweetie. Didn't work out at the home she was at. They weren't able to. It didn't work out for them. They were on the third floor of a condo with a hunting dog, so that didn't quite work out that well. So we got Jet 2 back. And
she's pretty happy.
We're trying to find her another home. We don't need another pup around here, but she's enjoying being here. She's 6 months old now, so
she's a good girl.
We had some friends of ours help us out with firewood. We got some firewood. We got quite a bit of firewood.
Yeah,
really big
good
blessing because the locals tell us that we're about to get minus 22, so that's what's called in the next 2 days.
I heard minus 25.
Minus 25 Fahrenheit, so
from the post office.
we're looking for some pretty cool weather here, so it's nice to have some good cured dry wood.
Yeah.
And then the not so cured stuff we can let dry by the stove and mix it in as we go.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, it was so cold just a little bit ago that all of the windows were frosted completely on the inside of the trailer.
So we have some wood that isn't cured very well. It's a western larch, and it burns fine, but it needs to be mixed. And I was outside changing the tires on the truck and doing some work.
And I just grab and I don't
just
really
the
pay
wood in the
attention
fire.
to what I put on.
Yeah, and so the temperature got so cold, I came in and Bria had a winter hat on and her coat, and everybody was complaining how cold it was. The windows were all frosted over. This one's dry now, but they were all covered in ice. So
the kids were fine because they hung up upstairs.
They've been hanging up upstairs this afternoon, so it's always warm up there.
Yeah.
So there is a trick to what kind of woods we burn and mix it to. I put some nice cured fir in there, and the stove is hot right now. It's very hot, and that fan just really moves that heat around. So I'd really suggest, if anybody has wood heat and they're trying to move that heat around, I get one of those heat-powered fans. They make a difference.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
When we first got it, we were like, what? Because you don't really feel the air.
You don't feel a lot of air current.
Yeah.
From it.
But it's huge. It's made a huge difference. It used to be so cold in the kitchen, and now it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say it's toasty, but it's definitely
it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Bria has slippers on to keep the feet warm.
Yeah, but it's much better.
Right.
Yeah.
So most of our time has been taken up on maintenance. We've been trying to keep up on the firewood. I added a little porch off the front of the trailer here so we can stack firewood on the porch. Trying to keep up on firewood, keep up on plowing.
Yeah. Which your plow's been working great.
The plow is amazing.
And he just got his 4-wheel drive fixed on the truck.
The 4-wheel drive fixed on the truck. I've been chasing that thing around. I bought the truck, had all sorts of wiring issues. Replaced an actuator in the front differential. Had 4-wheel drive for a while. Lost it again. Bought a new actuator because that one, when I pulled it out, the rubber boot had been torn. Put a new one in there. Didn't have 4-wheel drive. So I took a wiring harness and I wired 12 volt directly down to the differential. And so I have a toggle switch so I can just flip on the 4-wheel drive and I got 4-wheel drive. So I've been able to plow snow with 4-wheel drive. Actually, today,
really wow.
this morning was it this morning? Or was it yesterday afternoon? Yesterday afternoon, I got it going, so I was able to dig out the barn where we've been walking, and I can push a lot of snow. So I'm really thankful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's super nice. When we get our load of hay, we'll be able to drive it right up to the barn now and unload it.
In the last 3 days, we've gotten over a foot of snow, so we're well over 2 feet now. Probably pushing the 30-inch mark. I stepped in some fresh snow today, and it was just over the top of my kneecap. So the snow's starting to pile up. So it's winter's here, and we got moving snow is a serious thing. We got to keep on top of it, because during the spring it'll melt and you'll get all that runoff, you'll get all that water. So you got to keep on top of that and think about where you're putting it. So yeah,
and the solar's been doing really well with the whole charger hooked up to the generator. It's always charging. Like you ran the generator the other day.
I ran the generator on Friday, right?
Yeah.
So I ran it on Friday for about 4 or 5 hours, and that just kind of tops it off. And I was using that to run some heat on our water, because our water has been freezing. We got some water issues.
At the well. The
frost free. It does freeze. I wasn't able to bury it, and I did what I could. I put a layer of sand down, 2 bales of straw, and then a layer of 2-inch foam about that thick, and it still freezes a little bit. So I have to run the heater in there a little bit and thaw it out. So we were just able to get 6 bags of tube sand. So I'm gonna put a layer of sand on top of it to hopefully kind of seal it up a little bit and help. But what I was saying about running the generator, we ran that for about 4 or 5 hours, and that's it. So we ran Saturday, Sunday, all day today. So two and a half full days on our solar. And this afternoon when I was out there, it was still had like 11.9 volts and 2 bars. So it was still halfway there. So, and it's been overcast. There's been no sunshine.
Yeah, no solar collection at all.
So on a sunny day, it'll top those batteries off, and we got quite a bit. So so we're running the fridge.
Yeah, so now we use our lights. Anytime it starts getting dim, I turn all the lights on now. I used to be super conservative. Like, we have this flashlight, and that's all we would use, just this flashlight. We'd walk around with this little torch kind of thing, is what we call it. So now we turn on all the lights. Joel just switched everything out to LEDs for RV lights or whatever.
Yep.
And so that's probably helped a lot. And then also our fridge, we have it on a timer, so every 2 hours it runs. So it's like on a 2-hour schedule.
Yeah.
2 hours
two
on,
on,
2 hours
2
off.
off.
Yeah.
So we've gotten a lot better about our energy consumption, and we feel like we're living comfortably. We got hot water on demand. We took showers, and
that has made a huge difference.
Dree can wash dishes with hot water whenever she wants.
Yeah.
The children can wash their hands very easily now. We can have them wash a lot more.
Yeah.
Been thankful.
Yeah, our water supply is a lot better now too. We have a lot more water on
Still just running on the 145-gallon drum, which we would like to add another one. We can't find them locally. But we'd like to add another one. But, I mean, as it is, it lasts 3-4 days, no problem. We can take a shower, kids can take a bath, Dree can wash dishes every day, and we're totally fine on that. So
we do not feel limited.
No, don't feel limited on anything for hygiene or anything like that. So we're really enjoying that.
Yeah.
It's nice to have that during the winter time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Really refocusing our energy, trying to decide and refocus what we're doing this year. So we're excited about showing you our plans and showing you how we go forward, being self-sufficient lifestyle. We're going to try to self-sustain, and there's no reason why we can't do it here on this piece of property, and we're excited about how that goes.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if we've ever shared, but we believe that Heather has been bred.
Yeah.
Because I think she would have come in her second heat this weekend, and we haven't seen her come
Right,
in heat.
She did not come into heat, so she's missed 2 heat cycles. So that tells us we're pretty sure she's bred.
So we should have a calf, I believe, in August. I'll have to
That'd be exciting.
recalculate that.
And in August, our calf Belle she'll be ready to be bred for her first time in August. So that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Circle of life. And the idea with the cattle is eventually we'll build up the herd a little bit. We'd like to provide meat for ourselves and provide meat for some of our friends, and be able to get a little milk as time goes on and stuff like that. So nothing too crazy. We're going to kind of let it build naturally. We are going to run meat birds again. We run meat birds. We're going to grow ourselves meat birds. We're going to run them.
Yeah.
We're learning lessons.
Yeah.
Hopefully getting smarter.
Yeah. And enjoying the off-grid lifestyle. It's kind of crazy sometimes. So.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's much better with the hot water now.
Yes, it is much better. We some of our neighbors haven't quite made the winter so far. We got 2 neighbors who kind of moved out here at the same amount of time. Both of them took off for the winter, so
yeah,
it's kind of we're still here sticking it out. We're not going anywhere. So
yeah, definitely not.
Well, it was nice talking to you guys. We just wanted to touch base with you folks and let you guys know how we're doing and give you a little update on the farm and let you know what the plans are.
Yep.
Thanks for watching us. Talk to you later.